Hello everyone! So as you can see from the title, my shop prep didn't go as planned, and even though the shop isn't ready yet, I wanted to share the process of making my clay figurines along with the story behind this prep and some of my thoughts along the way. I hope you enjoy! Some of the reasons for my shop delay is that I'm having some problems with my resin. Basically, the resin is not curing properly, and I will explain more about this issue later in this video. But anyway, let's get into this shop prep. I asked you guys which figurines should I make, and most of you voted for the Astro Cats and Moon Bunnies. So here I'm making the clouds for the Moon Bunnies, and I also made some Moon Cats as well. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I've changed the studio a little bit, and I will give you a mini studio tour at the end of this video. Some of you may already know this, but I don't really use Instagram because it gives me anxiety, and I usually just schedule some posts and log out as soon as possible. But I've been trying to be more active lately to support my fellow artists and show more of my work. It's not easy, but I'm doing my best to keep it up without overwhelming myself, and I've been doing okay for a week now. I started this project at the end of October, planning to finish everything in at most 3 weeks and launch my shop in November. But there were so many pieces to make that it took longer than I expected, and since I work with a type of air dry clay, the rainy weather delayed the drying process even more. And when I finally was able to glaze them last week, I had this resin problem. Besides that, I faced some setbacks and delays with my shipping company contract, and I was also looking into import and export taxes for international sales. So after all this time of working with my figurines and shop, they are still not ready to sell and my shop isn't live yet. But to be honest, even though I was a little frustrated with all these problems, I think it's for the best. I was rushing to finish everything and getting really stressed instead of enjoying the process. So these little setbacks feel like a sign for me to slow down, take a break, and focus on creating for fun rather than worry about the results. So for now, I'll just finish editing some videos and maybe experiment making new figurines and basically just enjoy the rest of this year without worrying so much. I asked you guys about the finishing for the figurines, and most of you voted for the glazed finish. As you can see, I also upgraded my resin setup, and now I have a new mask and a bigger and more powerful UV lamp. So for you to understand what's happening with the resin, basically after curing, the resin looks fine, but it still feels tacky to the touch. Actually, I didn't notice at first because I was wearing gloves, but when I touched them without the gloves, I realized the resin wasn't completely dry. Here is a comparison of the glazed and non-glazed figurines. I prefer a matte finish, but since you guys love this glossy look and I know that glazing is better for durability purpose, I decided to use UV resin for glazing them. As you can see, they look absolutely fine, but they have this kind of soft and tacky feeling. But hopefully I'll be able to solve this problem and they will be ready to sell. I had some earrings I used to make, and since I'm not selling them anymore, I decided to repurpose them for my figurines instead of making new planets and flowers. But if you wanna see how I make them, I will leave the link for the videos in the description below, so you can watch them after this video. Before I show you my final figurines, let me give you a quick tour of my studio. So here is my working space, and here I have my phone stand that I use to film. I bought this earring stand to display my small charms. This is my filming gear. I use this mirror for filming myself with the back camera of my phone, so I can see what I'm recording. Here is my glazing / editing space. I also keep some old earrings and charms I used to make. Actually, this studio tour was a request from a long-time supporter of the channel. So if you are watching this, thank you for your suggestion and support. And here are some of the chibi figurines I used to make. I also have some postcards from my favorite artists. Here are some official art that I printed, and these are some of my drawings. And that's it for the tour. And here are the final figurines. Even though the shop isn't ready yet, I hope you enjoyed seeing how these products come to life, and I hope you liked this mini studio tour. Let me know in the comments which product you are most excited for, or if you ever had a project take longer than planned. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you on my next video. Bye!